These are my new Nirvana album cover artworks that I'll be giving away at Camden and selling on my eBay shop and on my Etsy shop, and I think that's it. So Nirvana in 1991 did an album called Nevermind that looked like that. So I've copied the artwork using printing inks and rollers. These aren't computers, these are all handmade monoprints that I did in the last week or so. I've PVA glued them onto bits of cardboard that my girlfriend and I rescued from the streets. Hand stamped some letters with my name on, and around the edge I printed out on computer the name of each of the songs, and there's a credit for Emma Pugmire here somewhere. Non-machine drums are by Emma Pugmire, because most of the songs are using a drum machine, but the ones that aren't drum machines, Emma's playing. Signed. The QR code, if you scan it, will take you to the YouTube playlist so you can hear the songs. There's 12 songs. Just like Nevermind, the final song is the 12th song and is Something in the Way, and the final song on side 1, which is track 6, is Polly, just like Nevermind. But the other songs aren't Nevermind songs. There's some in Utero, Incesticide, Bleach, an unreleased song, Unplugged, but not all Nevermind. Yeah. On the back, I've computer printed out loads of stuff. freeartfreezeart.com, signed. The cardboard's good quality cardboard. We only take the good stuff, the thick, double corrugated, and they're ready to hang. As you can see, I've done 16 so far. They're numbered. They're not a limited edition, but they're numbered. So number 1, I'm probably going to keep the first 9 and then give 3 away at Camden. No, hang on. I'll keep the first 9. Yeah, keep 3 away at Camden, 3 away on eBay, and 3 on Etsy. And then if people like them or I feel like doing more, then I'll do some more.